Let's welcome to the show from House Judiciary, Florida, Congressman Laurel. Okay, we've got the proof. Show it. It's actually $45 million. $45 million went to things for like condoms for the Taliban, birth control in the Middle East. We got much more waste that they're spending on. So, what do you make of this fight? The media's trying to downplay the waste that DOJ is finding at USAID. I mean, they were doing $150 billion on a green energy push through 2030. 70 million worldwide pushing DEI. What do you make of this?
Well, that's right. And these are demonstrable facts. All we have to do is look at the financial records of USAID, and these programs are there, one after the other. In addition to the ones you mentioned, we were spending millions and millions of dollars to run Sesame Street in Iraq. It goes on and on. We need to think about getting back to what was the purpose of USAID in the first place. Back in the Cold War era, to try to have U.S. influence on critical infrastructure in nations that were in need to help combat the influence of our adversaries. So to be sure, there is a role for aid to countries for critical projects. But right now, the American taxpayer is focused on taking care of Americans in need first, and then taking a hard, close look to where these tax dollars are being spent overseas to ensure that it's being spent on things that are appropriate, that are essential, and that are actually doing good in these communities. It is so clear that USAID has been wasting these dollars.
Hey, Congressman, you bring up an important point of this new hot debate that's breaking out. USAID, they send money to something like 130 nations around the world. It's got a $40 billion budget, 10,000 workers. They spent a lot of money on journalists, and they sent money to the New York Times, the BBC, Politicos, but they had money for everybody else, but not the Hurricane Helene victims in North Carolina, or the LA fire victims, or the victims of the border crisis.
Precisely. Charity should begin in America. And we have Americans right now who are hurting, who desperately need support and aid and resources. And that is where the American taxpayer dollar should go first.
All right, Congresswoman Laurel, thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks for spending time with us. Good to see you. Now watch this.
Great to see you.